Hi, it's Bex here. Today I've got the VANGO BLADE 100 solo tent. I had a look on the internet and YouTube, and the pitch instructions weren't brilliant, and it took a bit of figuring out to do, which wouldn't have been good out in the field ready for a quick setup. So it's a quick 101 and a look round at the VANGO BLADE 100. Okay, this is the VANGO BLADE 100 solo tent, and here's what it comes with. It's a compression sack, a set of shepherd hook tent stakes, the aluminium tent poles, the actual tent itself, and the fly. Doesn't come with him though. Right, the first thing to do is to get your fly. Now lay it on the ground upside down. Okay, here it is. There are some things to look out for with the VANGO. Is halfway down. These are going to be crucially important. These are to fit a toddle. And your O-ring on the side in the middle, on each side in the middle, they're going to come in critically important later. This is the front of your fly. Remember, it's upside down. And here's your zippered entrance. Now we're going to lay down the tent directly on top, also upside down. Now you'll notice that the VANGO blade on the tent has this piece of webbing attached to a buttle here, and likewise there's a similar opposite to it on the fly. Now there's one on the front and one on the back, so we're just going to click them together. And on the rear of the tent is exactly the same procedure. Okay, now if you look on the inside of the fly, you'll see something that looks like this. And again, if you look for something on the outside, now a toddle on the tent, and as you see, the tent is in rescue orange, and I'm just going to put the toddle through the loop like that, and the same on the other side. Now if we come to the side of the tent in the middle, you'll find yourself a little O-ring. Now this is on the fly, and on the tent is a little snap hook. That's one side. Okay, get my O-ring. Find this. This is attached to the tent itself. It's elasticated. Snap that in. There you are. Okay, now your fly sheet never needs to come off your tent again. You only need to do that the once. So you can roll it up and pack it away just as it is, and it's ready to go. It's quite a simple, straightforward pitch, which I'll show you now. And this is what your staking point to the tent looks like. You've got 4 of these, so stake out all the corners first. Okay, that's number 1, that's the front right. Call it quite taut. That's the back left and front left. Now on the tent itself, what you're looking for is this mesh here, and that's what the alloy poles go through. So we'll do that now, and remember there's no need to extend each of the poles till it's at its fullest length. Just feed them through one at a time as you require another one. Okay, now the pole goes through the grommet of your webbing at the front. Remember we clicked it together with these buttons here at the front, didn't we? And there's a grommet there. So that's all you need to do for now. We're going to do the same at the back. And what that does is bring it into the shape, and now it's just time to put the fly correctly on. Now when it comes to putting the fly on, here's the peg I used for the tent. It's the same peg you'd stretch the fly over on these elasticated supports there. Now the reason my peg isn't all the way in, I've got very rocky ground, so it's just for demonstration purposes today. Go all around, all 4 corners, doing the same. Okay, now it's starting to take shape. I'm going to come to the middle of the tent, and this is the bit with where we clicked the O-ring and the tent together, but use the orange just to put a tent stake in. And same on the other side. And next we come to guying out. 2 guy lines on the front. Sorry, 1 on each side, 1 on the front, 1 on the back. And this uses line locks. Let's have a closer look at them. And all it is, a little triangle gripper, and as the cord lies in the grips it locks on, and you just simply pull on the cord lock to tighten. Okay, and there's your line lock. Now to release it, put your fingers between the cords and just pull it apart. There, and it slackens right off. Again, to tighten, just pull, let it go, stays with whatever tension you want on it. Now remember, you got one on each side, front and back, so do all of them. At both the front and the back, where you have the click buttons, is also a ratchet. So if I pull here where my left hand is, I can get some tension on the fly. And of course it's easier if you put your foot on that side and pull with this hand. One on front, one on the back. And that's your VANGO blade, 100 up. It's all done. It's quite an unusual shape. It's like a hooped tent, but the hoop is coming from foot to head. Now then, let's see. If I just take this off here, part of the fly, a bit of Velcro and a zip, and I've got access now to make a vestibule. There's a vestibule inside there. It's a very, very generous size. Get my Bergen in there, no problem. Okay, and you can throttle back the door as well, so we'll do that now. And there it is with half of the door of the vestibule open. And you can do it on both sides, or your left or your right. But one thing I do want to show you is there's 2 points here with Velcro that wrap around this pole. And I bet you I'm not going to be able to do this one-handed. And I was right, I couldn't do it one-handed. So there's one by the toddles, a bit of Velcro that you need to put around the pole, and the other one is up underneath the top of the eave by the door. And if I can feel for it, here it is. Now I'm not going to film this, I just want you to know where it is. Okay, now I've got both sides of the vestibule open. We're going to come to the tent itself. Very great non-stick zips. And I'm going to toddle back the door to the tent. And there you go, let's have a look in. Air vent there at the back of the tent. It's got mesh pockets on all 4 corners of the tent here. There you are. And they're on all 4. The view out of the tent with both the doors to the vestibule open. And the best way that I find to lie is with my feet where the opposite to the door, and my head where the door is here. Now I'm about 172 centimetres and I've got room. It is a solo tent, so don't expect too much. Can you sit up in it? Yeah, can. Could get changed in here, lie down. There's going to be enough room, no problem. and look to where the foot end is, where the air vent is. A lovely little hanging hook for your night lamp, and it's the same again on the front. There's one there, so you can have 2 lamps in there if you wanted. Now then, like I said, initially, I figured it out, but I wish somebody had have put on YouTube an exact how-to guide on one of these, because had I have been field testing it, it'd have taken ages to put up. I'd have figured it out, but I'd have got it wrong. There's toggles and fasteners which aren't mentioned in the pitching guide, which I wish I had. I wish I'd have just brought out a promotional video to show you how to do it. Anyway, this is the VANGO Blade 100 Solo, and it's probably one of my favourite bit of kit I've got at the moment. I'm going to use it for everything, bit of stealth camp, just general camp, and I'm due to do a stealth camp very soon, so I'm going to take the VANGO Blade out for the night. If I'm secluded enough, get a little fire going so we've got some light, and I'm going to field test it. So if you want to see the VANGO Blade field tested, all you've got to do is subscribe to this channel. Anyway, this is the VANGO Blade. And this is the VANGO Blade in its compression sack. Little compression bottles there, which also incorporates a carry handle.